But you shouldn't have been in that woman's face. So I stand by that.
No,
Period.
but see, but you got that wrong right there. You taking the word of a white woman you don't trust on nothing else, but you're gonna
No,
trust her on this.
no, I
So
saw it
he,
with my eyes.
We're ready. We're prepared. Do not give in to fear. We are fearless. This is not the time to be afraid. This is a time to stand up and fight back and to resist any temptation for them to divide us. We're in this together. The rule of law is on our side. We will not give in, not give up. We will not capitulate. We will not bow. We will not bend. We will survive.
Joining me right now, he is somebody that's been doing this for a long time. His latest book is called Represent, The Unfinished Fight for the Vote. We're going to talk a little bit about that. He's also a professor of African American and Diaspora Studies at the College of Arts and Science and Ethics and Society Divinity School and Centennial Professor at Vanderbilt University. That's a lot. Let me welcome Dr. Michael Eric Dyson. Hello.
Ms. Hunter, it's great to be back here.
Great to see you. Okay, so before we get into all of this stuff, why this world is in chaos right now, because I'm gonna tap into your divinity as well. You did. So full disclosure, y'all, I can be challenged. So Michael Eric Dice was like, "Sis, why you had to go all hard in the paint with the Nancy Mace thing? You called me out." I was like, "Okay, I'm sorry. I should have called you. You said I should have called you, and you're right. I should have called you." That is very fair, but I was having too much fun with the story. So let me just be personally, transparent. The story was too fun. I didn't want you to mess up my fun. So I apologize for not calling you, but you shouldn't have been in that woman's face. So I stand by that.
No,
Period.
but see, but you got that wrong right there. You taking the word of a white woman you don't trust on nothing else, but you're gonna trust her on this.
No, I saw it with my eyes. I saw you taking a picture with her. You should have taken a picture with her.
Well, wait a minute now. That's ridiculous. I took a picture with Donald Trump when he was running because he asked. Well, hold on. Because he asked me to, but I was quite clear. The first thing he said to me, you've been very tough on me. But I love you. I said, I have been tough on you and I will continue to be tough on you. He said, if I had your pipes and brains, I'd be president now. So I can be humane to you and vigorously oppose you and judge you. So please, look,
right.
It wasn't just,
would you take a picture with Satan? Hold on, Michael Dice.
It wasn't just me. It was other people there. And you don't even know the backstory. The backstory was the host of the show said, oh my God, if y'all take the picture, then y'all post it. And, y'all ain't supposed to be together because you're on one side, she's on another. I was in the spirit of that as a Baptist preacher. So I wasn't trying to play fussy. And look, and even when she exposed that the text was very short and it ended, the part she didn't play, that she didn't put up there was me saying, I have spoken twice at the school you graduated from, and she hearted all of that. So her stuff was bullcrap from the start. I'm just amazed at Negroes who are not suspicious and skeptical of white people that they're suspicious and skeptical of for other reasons. That's all I'm saying.
Hold on. First of all, I ain't care about all of that. You shouldn't have taken the picture, period.
That's your judgment. I understand that, but that doesn't mean your judgment of me not taking the picture is indicting of me as a human being and as a political activist and as somebody who was doing the right thing.
What you're doing, the picture gives it gives a certain nod and cover
not
to
at
these
all.
people. These
not
times.
at all.
This is my
because
opinion.
what was more important than that picture was me fighting her online. I fought her on a radio, on a television show that got millions of views. That's not
true. Which is all theater. This is my point. We aren't.
My point is, I spoke against her, and then the next day when she called me and Keith Boykin boys, listen, I spoke against her then too.
Let me just say that we are in a time when even the theater, like I refuse to even engage and watch this theater that's going on TV with all of the Jennings and all that, because we aren't getting to the promised land with that. And standing there taking a picture after you vehemently oppose somebody, and then your cheese as a person that's watching this, how do we know?
Talk to me. Right? I'm not a robot. I'm not a bot. Talk to me. Have me on your show. Ask me to explain what it is, and I will tell you what it is.
The issue with that wasn't about whether what she said was right or wrong or whatever. It was that in this time, we need to be clear about where we stand.
But wait a minute.
And Trump asking to take a picture with you, and you taking a picture with him.
Hold on.
Jalen Hurts.
Wait a minute.
Jalen
So the
Hurts
white
stood on
women,
business.
the white
Yo, hold
women
on.
and the
Can
black.
I finish my statement?
Yes, you
Jalen
can.
Hurts, the quarterback of the Super Bowl championship team, did not go to the White House. He had a conflict. He had a scheduling conflict, because that's how you roll in these times. I'm not going to give you my face to capitalize on and let the other people who don't know that I'm okay.
That's radically disanalogous to what happened to me.
Did. That's how,
that is radically disanalogous to what happened to me. Let me tell you what happened to me. I was already, the analogous feature would be, the parallel would be if Jalen Hurts was already in company of Donald Trump. If he was already at a White House meeting, he was already in attendance and sitting at the table. So your parallel is faulty. Your analogy is disanalogous. So,
all right.
but having said that,
according to you, had I been
that's
there,
all I'm talking about.
Asked to take a picture, I'm saying
disanalogous feature.
I do not.
I'm already at the table. I'm making plain.
Space.
I'm making plain what I believe. I'm making plain what I think. I'm making plain where my loyalties lie. And the entirety of my career cannot be reduced to one particular phenomenon. That's the problem with a short attention span and the inability to understand the complicated and nuanced interpretation of a person's trajectory, life, and story.
Where many words, sin is sure to follow. All right, 866, that you should know that one. 866-801.
Not at all. That's just hating on the ability to articulate my ideas in a way that defends me with appropriate accent. That's all.
No, I feel like it's very, very Jesus-like to be very clear about what we're in right now. Nancy Mace should never get your teeth.
That's what you think. That's fine. What I think. And I don't mind you saying it, but I'm saying that's not the truth because you think it. Karen Hunter is a real smart woman.
That's true.
And quite important and smart. I understand that, but I'm saying at the same time, we just disagree. So don't reduce me to the level of your disagreement. That's all I'm saying.
That's fair. That is a fair statement.
The complexity of my career, all the stuff I've done. Let me finish now.
I was about to tell you.
Let me finish because you had your say on your show and didn't invite me. So let me talk. So I'm saying to you, the complicated and nuanced trajectory of my career, the heroic, I would say, some would say noble defense of Black people at every level, unquestioning support for our people. And what I have done does not deserve to be reduced. At the very least, you should have enough curiosity to call me up and say, yo, I thought that was whack as hell. I thought what you were doing is problematic. And we could have had that conversation then. Just because you disagree with me, just because you think it's problematic, doesn't mean it's problematic, doesn't mean it's something that should be subject to that kind of assault. I'm just saying to you, I appreciate your particular viewpoint. That's why I called you. I wasn't nasty. I was direct to you. And I said, damn, you could have called me up. You tried to clown me and stuff. I didn't get online and try to respond. I didn't have to bring it up.
I actually was telling the world that, I should have called you. I should have. And I was having a lot of fun with the story.
So you made a mistake?
I didn't make a mistake. I was having fun. I told you what it was. I was having fun with the story.
You just said you should have called me.
I should have called you. It wasn't a mistake.
Okay. So if you should have called me, I'm just saying, oh my God, Karen Hunter ain't perfect, made a mistake. So all of us do things that other people disagree with. And I ain't gonna reduce the complexity of your culture and your analysis to this right here.
If you don't stop, you're not helping yourself, but it's okay. Michael Eric Dyson is here. Listen.
Look, I'm just telling the truth like I know it, baby.
Hold on. Would you take a picture with her again?
What do you mean?
If y'all in the same room, and there's an opportunity to take a picture, she asked you to take a picture, you taking a picture with her again?
If I have just slammed her as I want to do, if I had just indicated that she's a deep and profound problem and that she's a racist, sure.
Okay.
Because here's my point. My point is, look, and now clearly, given the reason I wouldn't take a picture with her is because she's a liar. The reason I wouldn't take a picture with her.
She was a liar when you took a picture with her.
She wasn't lying about what I was involved in with her.
She was a liar
like
on
you don't know that.
You knew she was a liar on that.
There's a difference between her lying in an abstract sense. There's a difference between her lying about politics and culture and stuff and her lying about me particularly. Stop. You know the difference there.
No,
and all I'm saying to you
is
that clearly, Nancy Mace is something. Now, I'm going to be honest. I ain't know that much about her before I went on the show. I fought her tooth and nail about the naming of Kamala Harris and talked about her vehement denunciation of her as giving her the benefit of the doubt. I'm sure you don't mean this, signifying like Black people tend to do, but that is a racist, white supremacist trope. Yes. I stood up to her, I talked to her, and I dealt with that. So I'm
Yes.
saying to you, Martin Luther King Jr. was taking pictures with Bull Connor. So,
Yeah, I know you're not
oh
saying
yeah,
you Martin
what?
Luther
I
King.
know. Look, I done wrote
All
2
right,
books on it. I'm
okay,
just telling you.
okay.
I'm
Listen,
just telling
are we
you
gonna be able to have
that
a conversation today, sir?
I
Are we?
hope we do. But wait a minute now. Let me
Okay.
finish my point. So
Well,
all
we
I'm
got a
saying
minute
to
and a half.
you
We're gonna
is
go
that
straight to
my
break.
life cannot
So
be
there's
reduced
that.
to the interpretation of
Nobody
a
tried to
darn
reduce
picture,
your life
even
to that.
though the woman was deeply and profoundly problematic, racist, and
Right.
really in a
Which is why
reactionary fashion
she shouldn't
that
have got
hated
any of
what
your
I'm saying
teeth
shoulda,
or your
coulda, woulda.
arm
I'm
around her
talking about
shoulder.
after the fact. She didn't do that before. Had she called me and B. Keith Boykin a boy before? Had she
Yes, she
done
did.
engaged in the try to manipulation of a text to try to suggest something about me? Then yes, that would have been the case. It didn't happen beforehand. And I've taken pictures with many people that I vehemently disagree with, fought hard, and it's clear what side I'm standing on.
Okay. Do you understand what I'm saying though? Because I
I
feel like
understand
you
what you're
haven't
saying.
heard
I just
anything.
disagree with it.
Okay. Okay. Then let's put the disagreement over there because there's a lot of work to be done and we need all hands on
I
deck.
did
Are
it
we
before then. I
ready?
did it after then. Continue to do so.
Okay. All right. I'm thinking of a Shakespeare quote.
Soft
Michael
you,
Eric-
a word or two before you go. I have done the state some service and they know it.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Why did I
Denzel is
bring it up?
cold on Broadway.
I should
Cold
have
on
saved
Broadway
this.
with
I
a
should have
tello.
saved this for the last damn question, Michael Eric Dyson. I need us to fix this problem here. So stop it.
We're ready. We're prepared. Do not give in to fear. We are fearless. This is not the time to be afraid. This is a time to stand up and fight back and to resist any temptation for them to divide us. We're in this together. The rule of law is on our side. We will not give in, not give up. We will not capitulate. We will not bow. We will not bend. We will